And with another video. I haven't done one in a few days because the weather's been great. I've been out motorcycling, and I was too tired when I got home to do a video. But anyway, today I want to talk about dietary protein and our favorite subject, calorie burning, right? And you always hear, oh, you got to eat a lot of protein, if you want to lose fat, if you want to gain muscle, if you want to have more calorie burning ability, you have to eat a lot of protein. But why is that? I'll tell you one reason why. It involves the thermogenesis of the effect of food, okay? And thermogenesis, thermo is heat, and genesis is creation. So that is indeed what happens whenever you eat any food, okay? It is a conversion of food into energy, and the heat is the byproduct of that energy metabolism. So it also happens with exercise, even with shivering. Anything that wherein your muscles are contracting or shortening is work, and it's going to create heat. Okay, so before we go to talk about these macronutrients, if you have a high, like the higher your thermogenesis in your body as a whole, whether through food only or food and exercise, whatever, you're going to have, you're going to make less fat and you're going to burn more calories. Why is that? Well, hormones are involved in everything, right? You're going to have fewer cortisol hormones kicking around. And cortisol is a metabolic hormone that loves to make fat. It loves to put it at your waistline. And also, you're going to have lower blood sugar levels with a higher thermogenesis going on. And that means less insulin, which is another metabolic hormone that loves making fat, right? And I should say that dehydration is not going to give you the highest potential for thermogenesis, okay? You want to be hydrated. Now, let's talk about the 3 macronutrients, okay? Carbs, fats, and protein. And of course, I hope you're eating all 3 because they all meet different needs in your body, and your body needs all 3. But every time you eat any of these, you need caloric energy. There's a thermogenesis involved. You need caloric energy just to digest, to absorb, and to transport those nutrients through your body to wherever they're needed, okay? And the interesting thing is the heat effect of these 3, they're all different, okay? So we'll talk first about, when we think of this thermogenesis, the number of calories that are burned off when you eat any of these. So for example, carbs, you will use 8% of every carb. Let's say you eat 100 carbs, 100 calories of carbs. 8 of those calories are going to be used just in this heat effect. Fats will be 2%. I'll talk about protein in a minute. But that means what is left are usable calories. And your body will use those calories either to meet particular needs or store them. If it can't pee or poop them out or sweat them out, it's going to store them, right? So usable here, 92%, and here a whopping 98%. So you have to be, they're quite efficient, right? There's a bit of thermo going on, not really a lot. Only 2 calories out of every 100, only 8 calories out of every 100. Now, I would say for carbs, you have to be selective when you're eating them, right? You want to eat more veggies, fewer fruits. You want to eat complex vegetables, complex carbs. You want to eat a lot of high fiber foods in here. You only get fiber in with the carbs, right? And fats, whoa, you really get most of those calories in your body, right? And fats, that's why people say, oh, don't eat fat. No, of course you need to eat fat. There are needs to be met. You need cell membranes built. You need to transport vitamins. There's all sorts of reasons your body needs fat, okay? But if you have too much, it's just going to store it right in your fat cells, okay? So you have to have portion control here. And remember, These are 9 calories per gram. These are only 4. Now, let's get to protein. It is the most incredulous macronutrient when it comes to thermogenesis, okay? It will use 25% of the calories that you eat, just to break it down. It is the most inefficiently broken down or absorbed macronutrient of the 3. It generates the most heat. It stays in the system the longest, keeps you full. It's just difficult to digest, and that's what you want. You want inefficiency in what you eat. You want lots of efficiency elsewhere in your body, but you want the foods to be more inefficiently digested. And then they don't give you high blood sugar because they don't enter the bloodstream so fast, all those sorts of things that happen on this side. So I would say eat protein with every meal, okay? Be selective with your carbs, have portion control with your fats, and eat protein with every meal. But the big question is, well, how much protein should you eat? I mean, if you're sedentary and you are in front of a computer all the time, you drive the car to the food store, you watch a lot of TV, whatever, 0.5 or half a gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's good enough for you. If you're an average person, you know, you do a bit of walking, whatever, you know, you kind of get around, 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That's good enough. And it might work out, you know, you should be maybe eating 90 grams of protein a day. Now, if you're a weightlifter, you know, a general athlete or whatever, like me, you would eat 1 to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. And me, I'm up to 120, 130 grams of protein daily, okay? And I could be eating 2,000 calories a day, and I'm not putting on fat, okay? So, an Olympian swimmer, for example, like a really heavy-duty athlete, right? They can be eating 2.5, or some of them eat 3 grams of protein per pound of body weight, and they can get away with it. Exercise increases your thermogenic effect, right? And the other thing is, just a final note, I want to talk about a lie on this book, okay? My book came out in April. But you know, it took me, and a lot of this kind of stuff is in this book, right? It took me 2 years to write this book. And when I got it accepted by a New York City publisher, I was 72. So I had my picture taken 72. But you know what? Geez, they had the book a year before it hit the shelves, right? So then I was 73, and I thought, well, and now, this weekend, I'm going to be 74. But still, buy my book, even though this picture is a lie now. I'm not a lie. I still look like this. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye for now.